y'all, drama on the train. So I'm sitting here and there are like open seats here. So this lady comes up. First off, I'm gonna do what I like. I don't need your input.
You really need.
And you don't even know what I'm gonna say. So what are you talking about? You don't even know what's occurring.
I just see it.
But you don't even know. You have stupid behavior. You're ignorant. You don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. So why are you even commenting on it? Mind your business. The hell?
I can do what I want.
Okay, and I can do what I want and say what I want. These people are ridiculous. Didn't even know what I was about to say, and he's running his mouth. The hell? Ridiculous. Anyway, like I said before I was really interrupted, there was drama on this train with the seating. You did interrupt me. Why are you even talking to me right now?
Because now I like to pissing you off.
You're not pissing me off. You're pissing yourself off. You're the one looking stupid.
No.
I'm chilling. I'm having a great time. I'm having an amazing vacation. So what's I don't care. Okay. Cool. I'm no longer even talking to you. Crazy. Anyway, like I said, and now they talk shit. BRB, there was some drama with the seating. A lot going on, but I'm headed to my destination, gonna have a good time. It is what it is. Nobody's gonna ever run up and do anything though, so keep running your mouth. I'm gonna run my mouth back. And it's gonna be that. But excuse me. Train is about to reach the station, so I'm gonna head to the hotel. I'm gonna have a good time, not gonna let miserable people try to ruin my trip. This is country number 5, so yeah, after this I will be heading back to LA. But yeah, we're now in Central Europe. The people are a little spicy here apparently, but it's okay because I'm gonna bring the spice. I'm gonna bring it right back. We can be spicy together. So yeah, we're about to pull up in like 5 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna go to my hotel and then I have a tour later. So that should be cool. Okay, y'all, so we have officially made it safe to our hotel room, and it is absolutely lovely in here, by the way. I can't wait to show y'all. It is so nice. But welcome to a new travel vlog. So sorry, so rude of me to not properly introduce off the gate, but we ran into some nonsense, okay? I was a bit thrown off. We started off rocky, but we are here in Prague in the Czech Republic, and I ran into some ghetto-ass Czechs on that train. So I just left Vienna. I was in Austria. I booked a first class train ticket from Vienna directly here to Prague. So when I get on the train, on the first class cart, there's barely anybody else on this cart with me when I boarded in Vienna. So as you guys saw where I was seated, there were 4 seats with a table in between. And I was like, okay, perfect. I'm gonna sit my backpack at my reserve seat and I'm gonna sit directly across from that. And of course, as we have more stops, if someone gets on and this is their seat, I'll just move, obviously, and sit in my reserve seat, which is where my backpack is. So the train ride is going smooth. About 2 hours into the trip, this lady gets on the train and she walks up to my section and she's like, oh, can you move your backpack? Mind you, where my backpack is, that's my reserve seat. So I was like, what? Like, no, that's my seat right there. I'm like, oh, is this your seat? And she's like, no, like, I want to sit right here. Like, it's open seating. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, no, I reserved a seat though. So I'm like, you know, that's my reserved seat. Like, what's your seat number? And she's like, no, it's open. I can sit anywhere. So I'm like, what? Mind you, this cart is about 90% empty. There are so many other places for her to sit, but she wants to sit directly across from me, basically so we could be damn near knee to knee on this damn empty train when there are other places to sit. Because there's not that much leg room underneath these tables, and I'm already like stretched out with my legs completely over to the other seat in front of me. So I'm like, what? So I'm not really understanding her. Mind you, her English isn't the best. I could understand her for the most part, but kind of struggling with understanding what the fuck she's talking about, because I'm not understanding why you want to sit in my reserved seat and you want me to move my backpack so we could sit this close to each other. The math ain't mathing. So then she starts talking to this guy to my right. So then he, you know, starts talking in their language. They're talking or whatever. And then they have their short little conversation, and he then says to me like, oh, well, yeah, that's how it works. Like, she can sit anywhere. And I'm like, okay, well, she's going to have to find somewhere else to sit, because that's not making sense for you to try to come over here and bully me, like, move your backpack. No. And he's like, oh, well, you don't know how it works here. Like, that's how it works on the train. And I'm like, okay, well, y'all going to have to go call somebody, because I ain't moving my stuff. At this point, this lady then grabs my backpack and was like, no, I want to sit here. I said, don't you touch my stuff. Get your hands off my backpack. Don't touch my stuff. So then she, you know, she lets go, and she's like, nah, she's talking in her language or whatever, going off. And then she yells, you stupid woman. And then she storms off, okay? Kid you not, she starts crying, like, loudly, like, ah, as she's walking to the next car. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, this is wild. I gotta tell my Patreon people. So I immediately grabbed my camera. I'm like, God, like, it got ghetto on this train. It's some drama. As soon as I say that and start talking, this nigga to my right, the one that she was talking to, was like, oh, I don't know why you trying to talk to your camera and trying to vlog this. You don't even know how I work on this train. You don't even know what you're talking about. And I'm like, wait, what? And then y'all saw the interaction. I'm basically like, hey, nobody's talking to you. Mind your business. You don't even know what I'm about to say. Like, what are you even talking about? So at one point, he then says, oh, I just want to see you pissed off. I just like seeing you pissed off. And I'm like, all right, I'm not about to feed niggas at this point. This crusty, busted, balding, brown teeth ass nigga is trying to get under my skin. I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Conversation over, buddy. Got nothing else to say to you. Just shut the fuck up talking to me. But I'm like, what? And mind you, obviously, I don't know how the train system works here completely. I'm not from here, but just nothing in my head makes sense that she would need to sit directly across from me. Just nothing about that makes sense. And then it made me think about when I was in Austria and I had that same complaint with people being all up on me when there's other space to be. And I don't like people in my personal space. Big pet peeve. And it just didn't make sense why you need to sit across from me. There were several other window seats. There were several other seats that she could sit at that had the little 4 seats with the table in between. And all the individual seats had little trays as well where you can like pull it up and sit your stuff. So it just wasn't making sense. The math wasn't mathing. If you are from Europe, let me know if there's something I'm missing, because I was just like, what? And I'm just thinking, like, I'm not about to let you bully me. I'm not about to let you try to play with me right now. Both of y'all can fuck off, because I'm not moving my backpack. What's up? Y'all not about to play me. So I didn't move my stuff. Long story short, I had that whole section of my stuff the entire time. But yeah, even as more people got on, like, on the first class cart specifically, there would be like one person that would get on, and then another person would get off at the next stop. It never got busy in there whatsoever. It was so empty damn near the entire time. So I was just like, wait, what? Why do you need to sit across from me? And then you want to yell at me, and then that nigga want to start talking shit. I'm just like, all right, y'all got me fucked up is what y'all got me, all right? I'm not gonna let none of y'all play with me. And I don't like being confrontational and getting into it with people, but I'm not just gonna let you come at me sideways and then try to play me or lie to me or nothing like that. So I stood my ground. It is what it is. But maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't know. But again, it's just like, I didn't see nothing on the website that indicated that. And it's like, if it's open seating, why did I pay for a particular seat? Like on my train ticket, it says the particular seat. Like it says 51, like window seat or whatever in their language. So I don't understand what I missed there, but whatever. Fuck out of here, lady. But yeah, she started crying. I'm like, oh, she was fake ass gangster. You want to try to go off on me and get loud and call stupid woman. And then you start crying as you exiting the section. And yeah, she ended up going to a different cart and sitting somewhere else. It's like, that's what you could have did from the start. I don't know. But anyway, this hotel room is super nice. Let me show y'all.
What's up? Been a minute since we kicked it. You've been caught up. What the bitches I don't get it. You're a star love. You shouldn't have to deal with that.
And they gave me a nice, delicious bowl of fruits with some champagne. How can I be upset, okay? Okay, y'all, so we are on a tour right now, getting driven around. Got this whole cart to myself, real nice. So we're just riding around Prague. She's telling me about the area and all of that. So should be nice. It's a nice breeze, very comfortable weather. So feeling good. We'll see what Prague has to offer.
And wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby, baby.
I feel like royalty being ushered around the town. I wish they had something like this in every city, to be honest. This would be super dope to do, like, before you start your trip. Just get an overview of the city, people watch, see all the sights while you just chilling. Oh shit, my hat falling off.
Traveling around the world, over the phone, dropping
So she's giving me free time as well, so that's really nice, letting me get out, walk around a little bit and come back. And she bought me a lemonade beer, a non-alcoholic lemonade beer. I guess that's the thing here. It's pretty decent. So yeah, going well so far. Something smells really good too. So it's making me feel like they food might be fire here. So I'm excited. Try some food. She also told me about this ice cream shop that I'm gonna go to later as well, that she said is super famous. So y'all, starting off good. I'm back in my room now. That was an amazing tour. I loved it. I feel like it was such a great start to this trip. Saw a lot of sights. She was very informative, giving me some information about Prague and whatnot. So it was really dope. So yeah, I'm about to shower, get some food, and call it a day. It's like 8 something right now, but it don't get dark here till like 10 o'clock. And it was the same way in Germany. Same way in Vienna as well. So yeah, it gets dark very, very late here. This was the case as well when I was in Europe last summer. So love that. But yeah, about to wrap it up. I will see y'all tomorrow. All right, y'all, good morning. I'm on a hiking tour right now. I've done one other hiking tour in Costa Rica and it was cool, so we'll see how this one is. And I have a hiking stick. I've always wanted to use one of these. We'll see if it comes in handy. But yeah, this hike is supposed to lead us into Germany. It's supposed to hit the borders or something like that. Who knows? Where we'll end up, we'll see. But this is like a full day tour, so hopefully it's cool. We'll see how it goes. Bruh, this was a hike. This was a hike for sure. But it was worth it. It's so nice up here. Okay, so we just ate lunch and we chilled out for a bit. And now we're about to continue the hike. The first part of the hike was a little difficult at certain points, but we powered through. It took a couple hours to get all the way to the top. We were really up high. So yeah, we got some food in our system, relaxed a bit. So now we're gonna continue. Great workout for the day. It's very lovely down here by the river, and we're gonna take like a river cruise or something like that. But getting down here was steep, so we're gonna have to hike back up to get back to the van. I'm not excited about that because coming down was like really steep, so I'm a little scared. Pray for me.
In your mouth, you speak good to me. I ain't built like him. Fucking with a G. Just cause I fuck you, that don't mean I trust you. I don't. You got some high hopes.
Wow, that was amazing. This so far has been one of my favorite tours on this European trip. Like, it was so gorgeous, and it really made me want to explore the national parks in the States, because we have a lot. So I'm gonna focus on doing that, because this is a national park that we're at right now. But yeah, this was so dope. The boat ride, dope. Everything. 10 out of 10. Now I gotta go up all these stairs, child. But it was worth it. It was worth it.
Don't come around if you ain't close to me. I ain't built like them.
We're up here at the Bastille Bridge. I might be saying that wrong. Well, the bridge is directly across from us, but we've been walking around it, getting different shots of it. But the view up here is really lovely. It's very nice. And the hike up here wasn't bad at all compared to the others. Almost died on that last hike up. But this one has been cool.
All the niggas around me cry that they die. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. I'm outside in an AMG, right outside.
Okay, now we're on the bridge. How magnificente.
I'm outside in it.
I love that it's not super crowded here at all. I mean, there are people here, but it's not too many at all. Like, that's very, very rare. Going to any tourist destination, any tourist site that's popular, there are bound to be several people around you, but it's pretty chill here. So I like this a lot.
I'm outside in it.
Okay, so I'm back in my hotel room. I've showered, I've taken a breather. I feel so much better. This was such an amazing tour. I definitely want to do more hiking tours in the future. I've done other tours in the past that included hiking, like it was just a part of the itinerary, but this is the first time that hiking has been the focus. Like, that's all you're doing is hiking the whole time. And this was a 12-hour tour. Obviously, we're in the car driving a lot of the time as well, but we definitely spent hours hiking also, and it was definitely difficult. And they rated the difficulty level at moderate, which I disagree with. The first hike was on the moderate side, but that second one where we had to hike up from the river, that shit almost took me out. It almost took all of us out. Let's be clear. When we got to the top, we was like, oh my God, oh, that was horrible. And people of different, fitness levels, just everybody was just like, that was brutal. But we felt good after. We felt accomplished. So all the sights were gorgeous as well. The third hike that we took was really easy though. And that's the one that we took to the bridge. And that bridge was actually in Germany. So we ended up crossing the border over to Germany as well to do that last hike. These countries are so close together, like you can trip and fall and end up in another country in Europe. So it's just very common to, flip-flop between countries. But yeah, very lovely tour overall. Very, very happy with it. Definitely gonna do more in the future. But yeah, I'm about to order some food, knock out, and I will see y'all tomorrow for day 3.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it.
Okay, good morning. This is day 3. We are about to go on a walking tour right now. So I'm in the main area of Prague where this bridge is. It's called the Charles something bridge, but it's a very popular, famous bridge. So I'm sure we're gonna walk across that as well. But yeah, I'm feeling the vibes here, okay? I really am. This is one of my favorite cities so far. I really like it. So yeah, let's get into this tour.
Talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill.
Child, my legs are sore from yesterday, and I got sand in my shoes. Weirdly enough, we were walking for hours, and we happened to walk across sand a few times. So I'm like, why do I feel sand in my shoes? But that's why. But yeah, the tour is cool so far. It is so beautiful here.
Couldn't stop by 8 p.m. and send a text to your DM. Finding for your fucking ass. Too early for your fucking nails.
I don't know how I feel about this. So this has potential to be super dope, this street art, but people come and write over it. So I feel like they're kind of ruining it, but I guess that's the tradition to do that here. My tour guide is over there talking to us about it, so I should probably be over there listening to the history behind it. But I'm just like, some of these pieces on this wall look super dope, but they're just writing over it. Writing stupid shit like fuck Trump, love wins, and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know about this street art specifically.
I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Ooh, better day than cash today. Ooh, I just take it day by day.
Okay, now we're on the boat and we are cruising around Prague now with the flag in the back. It's hot out, but it's not too bad. It's bearable for the most part. I am tired. It's been a long day, but it's been a very successful day. I love Prague, okay? I'm having a great time here. The people here have been so nice to me also. Super dope. So it was just those ghetto Czechs that I came in contact with on the train because everybody else have been super cool to me. But yeah, also everything is super cheap. I just ordered a pizza, a drink, and tipped, and I paid 11 USD. $11. That is unheard of, and it's getting delivered to me. So this is using their delivery app that they have. It's called Wolt. I've used it several times since I've been here and in Vienna as well. I don't know if they have it in Germany, but I didn't even look and try to get anything delivered when I was there. But yeah, I'm just like, bro, like after using Uber Eats, DoorDash and whatnot, $11 to get some food delivered is a miracle. I'm just like, bruh, this is great. This is amazing. But yeah, today has been a great day. Had a great time. Met some cool people. It's so funny. Almost everybody in my tour group today was from California, except there was a couple that was from Australia. But everybody else from California, in Southern California to be exact. It was people like from the Valley. There were a couple people from Orange County. Like this one lady was from Anaheim. I was like, what are the chances? Because usually in tour groups, that never happens. It's almost never anyone from California. Usually people from the East Coast, because like I always say, it is much easier for people to travel who are on the East Coast because they are closer to pretty much everything. On the West Coast, we are just so far from everything. So yeah, I don't usually come in contact with too many people from California, but yeah, that was cool to talk to them, meet them, all of that. We ate as well. I had bolognese earlier. It was so good. The food has been pretty good that I've been eating here as well. So that's also a plus for this city. Loving Prague. But yeah, I'm gonna get my food, eat it, knock out because I'm tired. So I'll see y'all for day 4, the last day in Prague. Hello, good morning. So it is a new day. I'm on a tour right now. We're in this adorable little village. It's called Cesky Krumlov. It's about 2 hours or so from Prague. So not too far, but it's just so cute here. This is absolutely one of my favorite things to do in Europe is to find these small little random villages nearby the big cities. I just really love the environment, the vibe. It's just so relaxing and so cool. And there's like a river over here, many bridges, really dope. So yeah, I just ordered some food, so I'm about to eat and then explore the village a bit. It is kind of raining, so that sucks, but it's not too bad. It's not like pouring raining, so you know, we will deal. They have 6 flags here. So that's the European flag, the British flag, Spain, Switzerland, Czech Republic, and France, I'm pretty sure. That's what's so cool about traveling. Like, I'm able to memorize a lot of these flags because when I'm in any given country, their flag is everywhere. So I just start to, you know, associate that country with that flag easily. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's France, but there's so many red, white, and blue flags, I get a bit confused. But I'm like 90% sure that's France. But yeah, I'm ready to eat. These people are nuts. If he fall, that's a long fall.
This is my decision. This is my decision. I don't think you listen. You listen. I don't think you listen. For me to come out, it must mean I'm a teacher. It must mean I'm not the same. It must mean I'm on your case. For me to come out, it means that I'm not teacher. I want to show you my world. Give me one break, I need faith. Faith to believe you, faith to receive you.
This stupid looking hat will be coming in clutch, okay? It blocks out the sun when it's too hot. Blocks the raindrops. I fuck with it. That food I just had was delicious. It was so fire. I haven't had a bad meal since I've been here. This is probably my favorite place that I've ate in Europe. Because usually I don't like the food in Europe. Like usually it's just okay. But here, everything I've eaten have been really good. London had good food too. So here in London, for sure. All right, it is pouring raining now. At first it was just drizzling a bit, but it's full blown raining, so that kind of sucks cuts into my time to explore. And it's so annoying because I checked the weather prior to this tour and it said it was going to be sunny, because if I would have known it was going to rain, I would have moved around some of my other tours and rescheduled those days, because I don't believe it's raining in Prague right now. But yeah, when I checked a couple days ago, it was like, oh, sunny all day. But you know, weather is unpredictable like that. It is what it is. But still a very lovely view. It's like thunderstorming too. Still a very lovely view though. Hopefully it calms down a bit and I have a little more time. It's been so nice learning about the history here though, when, you know, it was Czechoslovakia. So, you know, I knew nothing about that prior to coming here. So it's been really cool learning about the Czech people. And one thing I will say, the more that I travel, the less ignorant I become about people around the world. Because like years ago, when people would say they were German or they were Italian or whatever, I'm like, all right, yeah, y'all all white. What's the difference? Which is so ignorant. And I was equal opportunity with my ignorance. I was even like that with Africans. People would say they're Nigerian or they're South African. I'm like, all right, y'all African. Same with Asians. You Japanese, you Korean, all right. What's the difference? But the more you travel and you learn more about, you know, their culture, the food they eat, even the different way in which their language sounds, you start to pick up on these differences. And it's like, yeah, they're very different. They are very different. Everybody has their own unique culture and their way of doing things, their unique history. So it's just so cool to come across, you know, these different countries and the people who live here. And it's like, oh, okay. It puts things into perspective, you know? So it's been really dope learning about the people here. And I will have to say this has been one of my favorite countries, for sure. I love it. I don't know if you can see them, but they're back at it again in the rain. Earlier when I was recording them, it was sunny, so they was cool, but now it's windy and rainy. And they are doing this tightrope walking across this damn river. At least I get a show while I'm waiting. See how many times they fall. Oh, they racing. I feel like the rain is easing up more and more. I feel like I could walk around some more. Let's walk around a bit.
She's a tyrant. Every time I ride it, every time I ride it, make it look so good. Try to justify it. Boy, you know they looking for me. How we gonna hide it? Riding like I drive it. I am such a tyrant. Every time I ride it, every time I ride it, I don't like to sit up in the saddle. Boy, I got it. Just relax, I got this. I got that.
Alrighty, time to go back to the van. It's been a decent time here. Even though it's been raining, it's still been cool. Still enjoyable. So I'm back home. I just want to wrap up this vlog and go over my experience in Prague. You know, Czech people. No, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the people that I encountered in the Czech Republic were lovely. They were very nice to me, very cool. It was just that one incident that transpired on the train. It was just those people that I had an issue with. And looking back at the footage as I was editing, I still don't understand what I missed. So please chime in if you are from Europe and there's something about the seating that I am not privy to. But I just don't understand how there can be open seating and reserved seating at the same time. That doesn't make any sense to me. And as I showed y'all the seat map, if that woman would have sat at the seat next to my backpack or even sat directly next to me, I wouldn't have said shit. I would have glanced over and been thinking to myself, like, this bitch is weird. This whole train is empty. Like, why are you trying to sit by me? But I wouldn't have said anything because she wouldn't have been invading my personal space by trying to sit directly across from me, knocking knees. in my reserved seat. That's equivalent to if you're on a bus, let's say for public transportation, and the bus is pretty much empty, and you sit your backpack next to you, and somebody walk up to you like, hey, move your backpack, I'm about to sit right there, right next to you. You're gonna be like, no, what the fuck? Go sit somewhere else. What are you doing? You a weirdo. You're gonna say no. In my case, it's even worse because the seat that she was trying to bully me out of, I reserved it. I reserved that seat. So I'm like, how you trying to bully me out of a seat that I reserved? Like, girl, this ain't making sense. Fuck out of here. So I'm like, I'm not about to let y'all get this off. And then the situation with the guy, listen, of course I want to go off on that man. Of course I wanted to be like, hey, listen here, you bald head ass bitch. Mind your motherfucking business. Nobody even talking to you. What the fuck are you talking about? I want to say all of those things. But I didn't. And I am proud of myself for being calm for the most part, okay? As I get older, I try to carry myself with a certain level of decorum, all right? And especially given that I know firsthand what letting my anger consume me can do. It can land me in jail. Okay, I know that from experience. We'll need to talk about it, but if you know, you know, all right? So I really try to make sure I'm careful, especially when I am in another country. The last thing you want to do is go off on somebody and then you end up in jail looking stupid for the rest of your vacation. That's not smart whatsoever. When you hear these stories about these Americans and going to other countries and them getting locked up, sometimes it's because of discriminatory behavior, but sometimes they out there showing their ass. Like that one girl who got locked up, that black lady who got locked up in Dubai, I want to say. It came out that she was like going off on people and arguing back and forth with people. That's not smart to do in a country when you by yourself, you don't even know nobody. And you going off, like you could get thrown in jail. Or I could have gotten thrown off the train. When we were going back and forth, it caught the attention of a lady, and you can see in my vlog, she like walks up to us. She didn't speak English very well, so she's talking to the guy trying to figure out what was going on. So at that moment, I'm like, yeah, I need to chill out. I need to calm down, because they could have easily been like, hey, you're getting too loud, you disturbing the peace, we got this law or this rule, you got to get off this train. Like that's a rule we have, because we got rules and laws and shit like that. So they could have easily kicked me off the goddamn train, banned me from getting back on their train line, and then I'm stuck looking stupid. All for what? It's just not worth it. So I was like, no. And especially when he made the comment that, oh, I just want to see you get worked up. I just want to see you get mad. I'm like, all right, I'm not about to give your bald head ass the satisfaction. And then when the woman walked up, like they were talking about it. And if you speak Czech, please let me know what's being said. I'm going to play the clip. So let me know what they talking about.
Crazy. Anyway, like I said.
A prostě tady došlo k nějakému jako nedorozumění.
Ona má místenku, ale má i tamhle na to sedadlo, kde má prostě ten baťoch.
And now they talk shit. BRB.
And as I was editing, I tried to use Google Translate to figure out what they were saying, but it didn't pick it up very well from my computer. But all it picked up is something about a misunderstanding and a backpack. So he was telling her what happened with the lady, which I'm just like, why the fuck was he telling her that? That had nothing to do with you, and that situation was already over. That lady stormed off the cart. She was in a whole different cart. The carts are separated by like a sliding door. She wasn't even within earshot. She was long gone. So I'm like, why are you telling the woman that's why we arguing? That's not why we arguing. We arguing because you in my business. Because I start recording. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, he trying to bring up the misunderstanding in the backpack because the lady tried to move my backpack. But I'm like, that wasn't even about you. That's not why we arguing right now. So he was up there talking about that. But I'm just like, bruh. And yeah, when he made the comment that he just wants to see me get worked up, I'm just like, all right. It's blatantly obvious that you want to get a rise out of me. Like, he wanted me to go off. He wanted me to be this loud ghetto American so he can be like, oh, see, this is how they act. They make a spectacle. This is what they do. Because the way that they were talking, him and the crazy lady who stormed out, I feel like they were treating me that way because I'm American. And it's interesting because I feel like some Black Americans will travel to different countries and they may receive bad behavior, and they're like, oh, I'm being treated this way because I'm Black. Like, they don't like me because of my race. And sometimes that's the case, but other times it's just because you're American. So they're not discriminating against you because you're Black. They're discriminating against you because you're American. They hear that American accent, they're just like, A lot of other countries, they don't like Americans. They don't like our country. So they're going to hear us and automatically judge us and treat us poorly, which is so unfortunate. But when she was like yelling at me in her language. I definitely heard her say American, okay? And then she stormed off and called me stupid. You stupid woman. That's a very common stereotype that they assign to Americans. They think we're all stupid. So she said that. And then when the guy was, you know, making comments to me and like, oh, why are you even recording this, da-da-da, he was like, oh, this is stupid behavior. Again, using the stupid word. Just because I'm American. Because what's so stupid? Me recording myself? Me vlogging? That stupid, nigga? That's my job. Or is it stupid that I don't understand how it's open seating and reserved seating at the same time? That doesn't logically make sense. So even if y'all are correct, it doesn't make any logical sense. So stupid isn't even the correct word we would use here. Like, y'all clearly don't know what this word means. But them just assign that to me because I'm American. Like, that's just how I feel. And he even made a couple comments. I'm pretty sure I caught one of them on camera when he said, oh, I'm from this country. I know how things work here. There was another time he was like, yeah, well, this is how we do it in this country. And you're not from this country, so you don't know. And I'm just like, what? So you keep bringing country into this and saying American and oh, stupid. It's like, it's clear that this is why I'm being treated this way. So that's just my take on it. But listen, just interesting case study that I want to discuss. But that don't even matter because after all that happened, I brushed that right off my shoulders. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let these people affect the rest of my trip. I'm about to have a great time. And that I fucking did. I feel like the universe rewarded me. The universe rewarded me for staying positive despite all that happening. Because from the time I got off that damn train, I had a great experience. My Uber driver was super nice to me. He didn't speak the best English, but he was trying and just being, you know, really polite. They were really nice to me at my hotel, gave me free breakfast. Okay, my room was lit. Super nice, super lovely. They gave me cake and champagne and fruit and shit. I then go on my tour. Amazing tour. It was a nice sunny day. I was getting chauffeured around town. The breeze in my face, like it was lovely. And that was my experience with every single tour I went on, and that is very unusual. Usually when I travel somewhere and I book like multiple excursions, there are always some that I'm just like, I didn't like this one, or this one was good, but this one I could have skipped. This was not the case in the Czech Republic. Every single one of them hit. I loved all of them. I was like, wow, this tour was so dope. Wow, this was amazing. Wow, I want to do something else like this. Every single one, that does not ever happen to me. So I was so happy about that. And then the people were very kind, very pleasant, which I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, oh, are they about to be spicy here? I don't know. They were not. Everybody was super cool to me. And the food was unusually good as well. Damn near every single place I ate at, fire. And that typically doesn't happen, which is why I don't usually mention food like that on a lot of these videos, because the food just be whatever. A lot of places I visit. But the food in the Czech Republic, fire. Everything I was eating was fire. I was like, wow, this is very impressive. It kind of made me feel how I felt when I was in Singapore, when I kept saying like, wow, this is so odd. Why is everything good? That's how I felt in the Czech Republic. Obviously very different food, but you know, similar experience in me really liking the cuisine there. So listen, I love my time in the Czech Republic, and it's so funny. I just randomly threw that country, you know, on my itinerary, like at the last minute, because I'm like, oh, I'm already going to these other countries. Czech Republic is right there. Why not? I'll dip in Prague right before I go home just to see what it's like. And it ended up being my favorite country on that trip. And during that European trip, I went to 5 countries in total. Czech Republic was my favorite, hands down, no competition. And this also happened to me a couple years ago when I went to Europe. I ended up throwing Portugal last minute onto my itinerary. Like, I'm going to these other countries. I went to Italy, France, Spain. So, you know, those were the focal points. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go to these places. But I'm like, Portugal is right there. Why not? I'll throw that in. Portugal ended up being my favorite country that trip. I love Portugal. So don't always feel like you need to go to these super popular touristy countries that everybody else goes to. You know, sometimes throw some random countries in the mix, you know. And obviously a lot of people still visit Portugal and the Czech Republic, but, you know, they're not nearly as touristy as like Greece and Italy and places like that. But I loved it. I loved it so much. It was lovely. So I would go back there in a heartbeat. Definitely my top 5 countries in Europe, okay? But yes, it was a lovely trip overall, despite, that hiccup that occurred. I just think it's interesting, though. I think it makes for good content. So, you know, it's like, whatever. But, yeah, I had a great time. If you are Czech, let me know what the fuck they was saying and what shit they was talking about me. But, yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this vid, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye! 'Cause I feel so